I decided to start my search from the very beginning of the history of games, and this made me realize that the actual origin is the appearance of playing behavior in the kingdom of nature. After all, games would have not appeared if no one needed them in the first place, right? So, why did playing develop? Tracking the story, we see that a lot of the animals play in all stages of their lives, and it is for a reason. But let's take an easy example like the wild cats. They are predators, so they have to hunt for food. They have to defend their territory from other cats and animals, and the rest is things like sleeping and mating. We generally see predators playing the game of fight and stalk. At young age they simulate biting each other, in contrary to prey animals like deers or rabbits, where we observe hopping, running around, kicking and such. This brief look only scrapes the surface of importance of playing in the animal kingdom. It has communicative value, and in many cases it provides an opportunity for animals to find place in the hierarchy. It is also observed that playing aids in developing the cerebellum, which takes an important role in the motor functions. Although it is unclear whether this behavior serves as preparation, it is obvious that in general the games animals play have deep connection to their way of living. The most hard thing to imagine is when playing actually occurred for the first time in nature, and to be honest, I couldn't find much. Few interesting articles showed me that there is play-like behavior in some peculiar animals. One study on crocodilians shows how even these cold-blooded killers improve their survival skills. Scientists exhibited locomotion play described as intense or sustained locomotor movements, often without any apparent immediate reason or stimulus, playing with floating objects, and what even looks like a reenactment of social play. Even more, similar observations were made on species of paper wasp, turtles, and cichlids, which are species of fish. Judging from these examples of animals with huge evolutionary history behind, the origin of play might be long before modern humans appeared on the playground. Most probably this was a process that took huge amount of time and must have had few evolutionary stages, as suggested in a brief glimpse at the long evolutionary history of play by Gordon M. Burkhardt. Playing may have emerged from some simple process triggered when there was excess of energy, but it eventually became more complicated and began serving more and more layers. The problem is, no one was there to record it. We can take a look at what we have now, but one thing is sure, it's all about survival, and playing stayed in nature's toolbox. Now, a huge leap to the moment where we began to separate from the rest of the animal kingdom, which is not that big if you take the Earth's billion-year history. Just like other intelligent animal species, we evolved playing along with our understanding of the world. Our abstract thinking helped us add structure into playing, thus creating games. Fighting and hunting were probably the first games, and from their roots they evolved to practice infused with culture, principles, strategy, weapons and armor that extended our capabilities for survival. A necessary path because wars, violence and death were something much more common than nowadays' safe environment. While this was happening, we managed to create a lot of other sports and even games that bypassed the physical realm to become tool for mental gymnastics and recreation. From objects that resemble dices and what looks like Knucklebones version 0.01 to the moment where more complicated games appeared like the Scandinavian Hnefatafel, its eastern cousin the chess, checkers, card games, more board games, until we get to modern days where things have gone literally crazy. In a way, computer-generated reality is just the newest option for a naturally occurring process called playing to happen. Officially, in psychology and ethology, play is a range of voluntarily intrinsically motivated activities normally associated with recreational pleasure and enjoyment. Play is commonly associated with children and juvenile level activities, but play occurs at any life stage and among other high-functioning animals as well, most notably mammals. Play is often interpreted as frivolous, yet the player can be intently focused on their objective, particularly when play is structured and goal-oriented as in a game. Accordingly, play can range from relaxed, free-spirited and spontaneous through frivolous or planned or even compulsive. Play is not just a pastime activity. It has the potential to serve as an important tool in numerous aspects of the daily life for adolescents, adults and cognitively advanced non-human species such as primates. Not only does play promote and aid in physical development, such as hand-eye coordination, but it also aids in cognitive development and social skills, and can even act as a stepping stone into the world of integration, which can be a very stressful process. So now when I think of where do games come from, I cannot stop seeing the act of playing as one of the tools that helped in the evolution of life as we know it. Yes, we don't know if at least some animal species beside us add any deeper meaning behind it, or is just based on their instinct, but what is for sure is that we humans have a unique approach on it, like no other species on this planet. We can be creative with playing, and we can use it for as many purposes as we see fit. Until next time, and play smart!